What actually happens when a $5,000 imported key truck completely replaces a $60,000 luxury pickup on an American farm? Well, it exposes a massive, glaring arithmetic failure in the modern auto industry. Today's trucks have become these oversized, overpowered grocery getters. They barely fit in normal driveways, and worse, they're completely unaffordable for the people who actually need them for hard work. But what if there was a better way?
Welcome to today's Explainer. We're tearing into the blueprint for the ARC Global Truck Platform. This isn't just another concept vehicle. It's a proposed affordable, highly modular, and globally localized platform designed to completely disrupt the current pickup market with a truly right-sized world truck.
The entire ethos of this massive project really boils down to just 4 words: compact intelligence, honest capability. Drawing inspiration from the incredible space efficiency of Japanese key trucks, the sheer modularity of the Toyota Hilux Champ, and the functional minimalism of design houses like Ital Design and Flippy Stark, this is built to be a tool, not a toy. It's engineered to easily hit a 550 to 800 kilogram payload without any of the modern bloat, basically winning on practical arithmetic instead of just slapping on unnecessary horsepower.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll cover the arithmetic problem, the one-shell, many-souls architecture, the 3 regional expressions, the manufacturing arbitrage, strategic market validation, and finally, the launch and approval gates.
Section 1. The arithmetic problem. Why the world needs right-sized utility.
Section 2. One shell, many souls. Fusing key efficiency with Hilux modularity.
So, how on earth do you build a truck that cheap for the entire world? You use a single, universal, stamped body shell paired with a modular ladder frame. It relies on this brilliant 70-20-10 logic. That means using 70% global, common stampings for the body shell, which lets you bolt on 20% region-specific parts for safety compliance, and 10% for powertrain cradles, handling everything from diesel to electric, tailored perfectly for whatever the local market needs. Now, while startups like Tello or Slate Truck are out there pushing some really high-tech boundaries, ARC is taking a different path. They're firmly rejecting expensive Tesla-style gigacasting. A stamped body on a sturdy ladder frame is just vastly superior for this mission. Gigacasting is incredibly expensive to set up, and it locks you entirely into electric-only architectures. Crucially, think about this. If you dent a gigacast frame in the global south, the entire truck is literally totaled. With ARC, you just unbolt the damaged panel, weld a quick fix, and get right back to work.
Section 3. 3 regional expressions. WorkOne, EcoFlex, and StrongGo.
Let's be clear, ARC is definitely not a one-size-fits-none vehicle. The universal platform actually tunes itself to wildly different regulatory and infrastructure realities. Over in the US, it becomes the WorkOne, a petrol or hybrid perfectly sized for farmers demanding a radically low total cost of ownership. In Europe, it morphs into the EcoFlex, a battery electric or plug-in hybrid designed specifically to navigate strict low-emission city zones while packing advanced driver assistance features. And down in the global south, it becomes the StrongGo, a tough, diesel manual workhorse built for the harshest repair networks imaginable.
What's really fascinating here is how the global drivers map across commercial and non-commercial users. It totally avoids the arrogant mistake of assuming the global south lacks sophistication or that Americans only ever buy luxury lifestyle vehicles. It recognizes a universal truth. Everywhere in the world, commercial buyers demand a massive reduction in total cost of ownership compared to full-size pickups, while everyday non-commercial buyers are just craving simple, honest affordability.
Section 4. The manufacturing arbitrage. Funding compliance through scale.
Because, let's face it, having a great design means absolutely nothing if you can't hit that aggressive $14,000 to $20,000 price floor. The secret sauce to funding this whole operation is a completely knockdown, or CKD strategy. By stamping panels in high-volume, low-cost regions and shipping them in these nested, flat-pack kits, ARC dodges those heavy import tariffs placed on fully assembled vehicles. This massive financial arbitrage is what actually funds the high-tech regional compliance, things like European safety sensors and Euro 7 standard engines, all while keeping the base structural cost fiercely low.
The actual workflow is incredibly precise. Step 1. Centralized high-volume stamping. Step 2. Flat-pack shipping in standard cargo containers. Step 3. Localized hybrid assembly. By targeting a strict 80-20 mix, that's 80% robots, 20% human labor, these localized hubs handle final drivetrains right where the trucks will actually be sold. It ensures maximum manufacturing efficiency without sacrificing local quality control.
Section 5. Strategic market validation. Passing the Pestle, SWOT, and Porter stress tests.
These stress tests reveal a really clear picture. ARC's absolute superpower? Its massive modularity score. Its biggest headache? The sheer logistical complexity of running a global CKD supply chain. There's a huge opportunity in Europe right now with tightening Euro 7 emissions, but there's also a looming threat from cheap Chinese EV imports. To mitigate risks like huge charging infrastructure gaps in the global south, ARC heavily leans on its reliable diesel options. And they aren't stopping there. The platform already includes scope for some wild future upgrades. We're talking autonomous-ready wiring, a solar roof option, lightweight composites, a long-range battery variant, and even digital fleet management built right in.
But can they actually defend that incredibly tight $14,000 to $20,000 retail band? Well, you start with a theoretical $6,000 bare chassis. Now, once you add global minimum standards like mandatory air conditioning and ABS, and you scale up that crash safety cell to meet strict US FMVSS and Euro NCAP requirements, the price obviously climbs. But thanks to that flat-pack CKD arbitrage we talked about, ARC successfully caps the retail price right in that viable band. That ensures a massive, undeniable reduction in total cost of ownership compared to traditional full-size pickups.
When we look at Porter's 5 forces, ARC's protective moat becomes incredibly obvious. On one side, you've got bloated traditional OEMs who are structurally incapable of building a cheap, simple truck anymore. On the other side, you've got cheap Chinese EV imports that often completely lack crash compliance and reliable local repair networks. ARC sits perfectly in the middle. It offers the rock-bottom affordability of an import, but with the safety, emissions compliance, and easy repairability of a mainstream legacy brand.
Section 6. Launch and Approval Gates. The final strategic recommendations.
Now, this is where the rubber meets the road. If you're the executive sponsor reviewing this blueprint, you face 2 massive make-or-break questions. Out of the US, Europe, and the Global South, which market do we launch in first? And do we target big commercial fleets or everyday consumers?
The strategic recommendation here is absolutely definitive. We must launch in the Global South first, utilizing the StrongGo brand. We have to target commercial fleets before individual consumers, and we must launch the absolute cheapest, most rugged diesel workhorse version first. Why? Because you have to definitively prove the base economics, the durability of that modular frame, and the complex CKD assembly logistics in the absolute harshest environments before you even attempt to conquer highly regulated, hyper-competitive consumer markets.
That brings us to the final marketing question. When this platform finally steps onto the global stage, what is the core message? Is it the anti-F-150, which has super strong US positioning but is way too narrow globally? Is it just broadly the world truck? Or is it a pure design statement like compact intelligence?
The blueprint concludes that the ultimate strategic hook is simply this: a truck that wins on arithmetic. It's honestly the perfect editorial hook. It encapsulates the uncompromising payload utility and the highly approachable design. It highlights a global manufacturing arbitrage that quite literally wins on kilograms carried per dollar and turning radius per job. Which leads us with the ultimate approval gate question. You've seen the arithmetic, you understand the universal architecture, the CKD flat-pack strategy, and the massive glaring global market gaps. Is this undeniable triumph of arithmetic compelling enough to finally replace the bloated, expensive pickup status quo? If it was your call, would you approve the ARC platform for funded feasibility? Think about it. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.